loss in this one tonight. A lot of interesting calls as well. But the ability of your offense in that seventh inning, recreating kind of what happened last night as well, just not able to get it done.
Yeah, but I'm proud of the fight. We just needed to adjust to the left-handed pitcher. I've seen that guy do that to a bunch of people. That's on me. Obviously, I didn't have him prepared enough to have a plan to execute against that guy. He got us out the same way for 4.5, 5 innings. That's really what it came down to. Proud of the fight, but we got to figure a guy out like that earlier than
How would you describe Cam's out?
Yeah, he was perfect through 5.
Yeah, he was on it, and I think he just ran out of gas. And there were some competitive pitches in there. The mistakes he did throw, they made him pay for it. But I mean, he elite stuff through 5.
Can you take us through some of the emotions of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's two of the better pitchers in the league going at each other, and you like that. I think both sides played really good defense. That was an exciting game. I felt like we were one swing away the whole time. I think up until Willie popped that ball up, our whole dugout thought we were going to win. Just got to deal with it. That's baseball, and come back tomorrow ready to play.
Talk more about that defense. Cam wouldn't have been perfect through 5, and Whitford a couple. Moran that stab at first, then Wicker getting to the bag, and then Cresco later.
That's a really good play, like you said, on both ends. And to get to it, to deliver that, and Cam 6'7" running across the field and catching it and holding the bag. Lodis had a couple of really good plays. Skinner had a really tough catch on a pop fly in the little area that's tough. The defense was great. The pitching was good enough to win. We just didn't do enough offensively in the first 6 innings.
And then past Wicker, you had Malvacio, and then also Lariz coming in and getting out of a jam there. Just talk on their performances.
Yeah, I thought Malvacio stuff was really good. A guy he's not going to be a full-time pitcher. Like, he's going to be a two-way guy for us. But he's learning how to do this at this level, and there were some really good pitches in there. He came out of the bullpen throwing sliders for strikes, and a good slider. And then Lariz pitches out of a jam against the meat of their order.
You said you liked the fight. What does it say about your team to have that fight?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of harped on that since day one. That's something we talk about daily. Like, we're never out of the fight. You got a choice to either just sit there and die or get back in the fight. And I think our guys, for the most part this year, have taken that challenge. That's something we'll need going forward.
Coach, with the last regular season game tomorrow, what's the plan as far as a pitching standpoint? Will we see a return from Souser or another?
I don't know about Souser yet. We might save him for later, just depending on where he is. He could be available. We haven't really decided yet. We got plenty of arms. We'll kind of pick and choose who we use tomorrow. We'll sit down, DT, and I'll talk about that plan here shortly.
How nice was it to honor those seniors tonight for senior night?
Yeah, it's a special group. Like, you start with Sosnowski, a guy who's, when I got here, like, he could have left, and then in the world of today's college baseball, he could leave every year, and that guy's a true knight, a leader on and off the field, in the classroom, all of it. Absolute warrior for us. He was, that group's really special. As Ross, I've coached him 3 out of his 4 years. You can go up and down that list. And the guys that came in for the 1 year too, I think they bought into everything we've been trying to do. They bought into UCF on the front of their chest, meaning something. It's a really special group to me.
And how does that change things for senior night with guys coming in that you only get to coach for a year?
I'm worried about when they sign up here, man. Like, I tell them I'm gonna treat them like they're my son, and these kids I don't care if they're here for 10 months or 4 years. Once they sign up and they put their heart and soul in this program, they're a knight for life, and it's a special group.
Talk about what it's like for because some of these seniors ended up being the part of the injured earlier in the year. Sauce and Chandler among them as well. So what does it mean to you to, celebrate that despite their playing seasons getting cut short?
Yeah, I mean, there's some other guys in there too. Michael Gillen would have been a senior, but he's now coming back. There's a handful of those guys that will get back next year. Just the group as a whole, just really good as far as taking everything we've asked them to do, trying to do it every day, trying to do it with consistency. Couldn't be more proud of this group.
You drift back to your own senior day when you have a senior night?
Yeah, you do. You do when you see the parents walk out and you think about that. My senior day wasn't a great game for us, but I remember all of it. I remember my last at-bat. You kind of put yourself in their shoes again. It brings you back to that moment. I kind of get that moment on senior night, and then for some reason, if you can feel the end coming, wherever that is, you kind of, as a coach for 20-something years, you feel that for the seniors.
Obviously, you want to win the game tomorrow, but you start to think about next week and how you manage. You're going to think you've locked up a top 4 seed, so you know what day you're going to play.
Yeah, you're telling me that. I haven't even processed what happened there totally yet. So we'll kind of evaluate that. My plan is to, what we talked about, we're going after tomorrow. shot at home. We're going to do everything we can to win a game and win a series to finish out the year.
What do you want to see from your team tomorrow when it comes to that last game?
Yeah, I want to see the offense, intensity, maturity that we saw for the last 3 innings show up from pitch one. Because I mean, even in the 8th, if you go through that 8th after we scored the runs, Caden Gaskin steps on the ball, Lodi steps on the ball. There were some really good swings in there. I think Willie just missed that one. That stuff's got to carry over from that. Like, I know it was a tough loss, 1 swing away, but there was some positives in there we can take to tomorrow, finish it off the right way.
Anything particularly special you're looking for to have the team be ready for the Big 12 tournament?
I haven't even got to that point yet. I don't even know what day we're playing, who we're playing. I'm worried about tomorrow and playing our best brand of baseball.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.